Actor Sam Neill is the subject of tonight's Australian Story, talking about getting the balance right between his life in front of the cameras and life on his beloved New Zealand farm and vineyards.
I love my professional working life as an actor, as part of an arts community. But I equally love my life as part of the winemaking community, as part of an agricultural community. These are two entirely different worlds, but I manage to combine them in a way that gives me enormous pleasure and satisfaction.
Beautiful shots there of Sam on his tractor in his vineyard in central Otago, and the man himself joins us now. Good morning.
Yes, it's not really a tractor, that's my ride-on mower.
Oh, that'll do. I'm calling it a tractor.
Yeah, you know, when you're getting a certain age, you're inclined to ride on mowers. It's a milestone in your life.
Hey, Sam, it's a great episode. So many close to you speaking as part of it, including your son, Tim, who describes you as the most least dramatic person he knows. So given that, was it tough for you, challenging for you to lay yourself bare for Australian Story tonight?
I have to tell you, Michael, it's hard enough for me to watch myself in films, but to watch myself, to watch a film about myself, I think it's going to be absolute torture. So I'll probably have my hands in front of my eyes like this, but it was very nice of them to take an interest in me and come and shoot me.
Oh, they shot you well, including our colleague Simon Winter, who did all the camera work in New Zealand. Hey, Sam, we learned a lot about your childhood. I did not know your name was Nigel initially. You've changed your name. Yes,
a liability, and it's one that it was a cross that I had to bear until I was about 10 or 12, and then I decided I couldn't live with this name anymore and changed it to Sam. And that was probably the best decision I've ever made in my life. And you know, there were actually no children christened Nigel in the UK last year.
Yeah.
A statistic that I completely understand.
I'll have to say, Sam Neill rolls off the tongue better than Nigel Neill, just quietly. Hey, the episode is introduced by your good mate of more than 40 years, Brian Brown, who says, by the way, you are so lucky to have him as a friend. It is a very self-deprecating, it's a very self-deprecating relationship, as we know. So tell us about the basis of your friendship with this other acting great. Why do you get on so well with him?
It's a mystery, isn't it? We've really got nothing in common. But sometimes, you know, opposites attract, and he's like a brother to me. Very strange.
He speaks lovingly of you too, when he's not taking the mickey out of you as well. We get some great shots of you, Sam, at the vineyards in New Zealand. You describe this as your place of escape from the pressures of your other life in front of the big screen. What attracts you about rural New Zealand, about winemaking?
Look, it's so completely different from everything else that I do, and I think there's a sort of alchemy that comes with making wine. It's something you can't. Of course, it's about science, and it's about chemistry, and it's about viticulture. But also, there's something mysterious about it, and every year is different. Every vintage is different. Every wine that you make is different, and you're always striving for perfection, and you get very close to it sometimes, and that's a marvellous feeling.
If you had to make a choice, Sam, what would it be, winemaking or acting?
No, I couldn't possibly choose, Michael. The acting has made the winemaking possible, and look, they sort of interact in a way that's very comfortable for me. I love it.
Now, I learned something else as well. You name a lot of your animals after people you know, including that there's a duck on your farm named after our colleague here at the ABC, Charlie Pickering.
Charlie Pickering, yes.
Charlie.
And they took to each other right away.
Yeah. What can I say? My name is available for naming rights. As long as it's anything but a goat, OK?
Sheep? Would you?
Actually, no, I'd draw the line to sheep as well.
All right, sheep, OK, yeah.
Hey, we'll also learn a lot about some of the dark periods in your life. You've talked very candidly about the dark moments, as do your friends that you've gone through. How have you dealt with those over the years? Because you do make the point, acting can be a very anxious trade because of, at times, the sheer uncertainty of work.
Well, not only that, I'm very, very concerned about the welfare of my fellow actors right now in Australia and New Zealand. Not so bad in New Zealand, but because acting is such a fragile and tenuous job, you never know when the next job's coming from. So you're always a part-time worker. And somehow all actors, and indeed so many people in the arts, have fallen through the cracks and are just forgotten people at the moment. There's no income. There's no certainty of any work in the future, and I'm very, very worried about my colleagues.
Yes, and those worries are well-founded, as are all of we here at the ABC. Hey, finally, the episode also focuses on the love of your life, the marvellous, the wonderful Laura Tingle, another of our colleagues here at the ABC. You seem to be very happy, Sam, you and Laura. What's the secret of your relationship with her?
I don't know if we've got any secrets, but she's been very good for me, and I'm very grateful for that.
You described Laura as one of the best things at the ABC.
Well, aside from you, Michael.
Thank you. That's exactly what I was after. Hey, Sam, thank you. And we're still loving the isolation videos, by the way, so keep them coming.
Thank you very much. Yeah, they keep me busy.
Yeah, and they keep lots of people entertained, so you're doing a fantastic service there as well. Sam, Neill, thank you.
Thanks, Michael. Good to see you.
And you can catch tonight's Australian Story with Sam at 8 o'clock on ABC TV and iView. Lisa and I can both highly recommend it.
And so, if you don't want to be named after a goat or a sheep, what would you
be
nice, happy with?
Big, masculine bull. You got any balls, Sam?
You were shameless with that, honestly.